Welcome to Conny's in the Mix. It's Friday again, and it's time to learn and to hear something new about health and your money. Today it will be more your health and a little bit less of your money. I want to start with the topic today, skinny girl with 49, and guess who that skinny girl is? Moi. And I would like to give you some tips how you can get in shape honestly, without any products, without any BS. It's not that hard. I will show you the way how I keep my fitness, and I tell you, when my mom is coming for Christmas, I'm always putting on some pounds too, and I just cannot resist the greasy food and the fatty food. I just cannot resist. So I fight the same thing as you are doing, I promise you. But before we get started, I want to show you something before it disappears on my cell phone. This, guess what that is? This is my butt. 49 years old. So I'm very proud of that. And I cannot show you more because that picture here on the live stream is relative small. So you have to come by at Fit and Fight at my gym where I give personal training, and there you can see how I look in real. Let me start with that. Last week I was talking about top foods to boost your fullness, and I got really a serious amount of emails asking me for more details and how I can get in shape, like when you are over 35, over 40, without spending too much money. I have good news for you. You really don't need to spend any kind of money, because I believe nature gives you everything what you need without buying any supplements. I personally, right now, I'm completely without any supplements. If you are not preparing for world championships or for Olympics, in my opinion, you really don't need any supplements if your nutrition is well. Now the thing is, to get started with a good nutrition, you need to think on Sundays what you want to have from Monday till Thursday or till Friday. You really need to think about that, because when you go to work and you work your 10 hours, there's no way you have time to prepare healthy food or fresh food. Now, I prepare the food always on Sundays already and freeze a lot. So every day we have something fresh, and I just cook freshly the rice, what I have for lunch, or some beans, what's also very filling. And that's how I get started with my week. But we go backwards, not forward, backwards. Before you have now, let's say 20, 30, 40 pounds too much. You have to get a commitment from yourself that you go into a week of juicing, 6 days. The juicing is necessary to get rid of all your cravings. And again, believe me, I have the same problem as you have. I'm craving chocolate, I'm craving the cookies, and the craving is very, very hard to resist, very hard to resist. So the only way how I can get rid of that craving is to go on a 6 days juicing. I have juice in the morning with celery, carrots. I have some grapes in the morning in it. I have a pineapple slice, it has a lot of enzymes. I have a lot of greens in it. I have kale in it. So I have a really big glass of juice in the morning. At 10 o'clock, I start to get hungry, 10:30. So I have 1 or 2 apples. And for lunch, I have again a juice. Now I start reducing the carbs, so it's a little bit more green in it. Also, in the afternoon, there I'm really getting hungry, and I have some almonds ready. I love 15, 20 almonds. Guys eat a little bit more. They can, from everything what I'm talking about, you can have more about that when you are a guy. Now, the glass, I have 12 ounces. That's my glass of juice, what I drink in the morning. Then for lunch, then I have the almonds. I can have an apple if I want, if I'm that hungry. Almonds are very filling, very healthy. So you really are not hungry till 6, 7 p.m. And then in the evening, I have a big salad, and I put olive oil on it. And it's fatty, but it's very healthy fat. So I put the olive oil and some onions, and that's it. If you like more the green juice, but just green juice, no other color, because the colorful juices, they are normally the ones which have carbs. Carbs in the morning, carbs for lunch. I promise you, no problem. In the evening, you cut back on carbs, and that's the way to go. So you go for that. After 3 days, when you survive 3 days, the hunger gets much better. You will see the cravings will be gone. I promise you, 3 days, the cravings will be gone. Depends how much sweets you are eating and how much caffeine you are drinking, because I reduce the caffeine only to 1 cup of coffee in the morning. You get a caffeine craving too, and that makes headaches. So the headaches will last normally 36 hours, and everybody who's with me on the juicing and all of my clients who went on that juicing cleanse, they all had these headaches. 36 hours, you need to survive that. If you have a very difficult job where you need a lot of brain, I would recommend to have the second or third day on a weekend, so you go through the weekend with the juicing. I like to start Mondays, but you don't want to have headaches when you are working and really you need to calculate and you need to be 100% with your job. So then I recommend the second, third day should be on Saturday, Sunday. That means you get started on a Friday. So when you survive that and you are still good, you start feeling how the fat is melting. You really feel it around your butt, how the fat is melting away. And on the 6th day, you drop between 5 and 7 pounds. If you were obese, you drop even about 10, 11 pounds. I saw that with overweight people here in my gym. They drop unbelievably because all that salt from all this greasy food, everything comes out. So the body is cleansing itself, and you will see you are pooping. You have no idea. You never pooped that well and that fast. You can put the seconds on it and you will see it's the fastest thing what you've ever seen because the body starts to get clean, and it's a very, very good feeling. Now, the thing is, 6 days of juicing and then you go back to your old habits. That's not the way to go, really. You need to change now your nutrition. You have to promise me, you need to start cooking on Sundays. You need to prepare your own food. Every time when you go into a restaurant, every time they have for sure a lot of salt in it. And if you go in chains, they have even all these chemicals in it because the food is days old. All these sauces are days and weeks old, and they are full of preservatives, and they slow down your metabolism. You need to make a decision. You want to be in good shape and healthy, or you eat fast and you are too lazy to cook and you want to go to the chains, but then you will not get in shape. It's up to you. It's completely up to you. So you make that decision. And I have to tell you, when I go shopping, I love to go shopping at Aldi's. I don't know if you have an Aldi around you, because Aldi's price system is so much better. The value, what you get for your money, is so much higher than everywhere else. I know Aldi from my girls' time in Germany. My mom already went to Aldi when I was 3-4 years old, so I know the name. But here in the US, they just started some years ago, and they get now bigger and bigger. They have now, meanwhile, a lot of organic products, and they are like 30-40% cheaper than Whole Foods and Publix. And look around, it's big difference financially, and they have very good quality food. I even have my mineral water from them. I love it's Italian spring mineral carbonated water. I personally love carbonated water. I use the Aldi water also to calm down my hunger. Before I go to lunch, I have half an hour before I go to lunch, I have a big glass of this Aldi mineral water from Italy, from the well, and it's full of minerals too. So then you don't need the Gatorade. If you have mineral spring water, and take a look, it should be there from which spring it's coming. It's full of minerals, so you don't need Gatorade because it's already in your water. Never buy purified water. Take a look at one of my shows when I'm talking about why not drinking purified water. because it's the Clorox toilet water. You don't want to drink that. It's bacteria free, but toilet water, you don't want to have that. So you always buy the spring water and take a look where it's coming from. That's very important. So I love that. And then you start cooking, and you have for breakfast, you need to have some oatmeal, something filling. You can have also stay with the juice. I have twice a week, 3 times a week still my juice from the juicing time, but on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I still have my juice for breakfast. Or you have your oatmeal. You can have an avocado, also very good for breakfast if you like that. Eggs, also very healthy. They are very filling. It's full of proteins. So if you love that, enjoy. Around 10:30, you can have apples, strawberries, you can have bananas, you can have grapes, everything what you like. Always try to have the surrounding refrigerators filled with fruits, vegetables. Every time when you feel hungry, it has to be already ready, prepared in the refrigerator. You put your hands in, and then you can have some grapes, very filling. Around 1 o'clock, my lunchtime, maybe yours too, there you should have maybe a piece of meat or a piece of fish with some vegetables. And I always have a handful of rice, a half cup of rice with my lunch, because I need some carbs. And when you hear in all these diets you don't need carbs, that's bullshit too, because you need carbs. The body is craving carbs because by nature you need energy. You are moving, you are thinking, your organs are working, and the main resource for energy is carbohydrates. So that's why carbs is absolutely necessary. And everything what you take away from your body, the craving will get worse and worse. We don't want to have that. I don't want to have cravings. So you feed your body in the morning, and for lunchtime with carbs, you can have orzo, you can have quinoa, you can have rice. I love rice. I also love sometimes a potato. I skip the sour cream because that's full of fat. I don't want to have that. So that's my lunch. You can also have plant-based lunch if you like that with rice. You take the vegetables, you steam them, and you put it on rice. And you can, when you are done with the juicing, you can put a little bit salt on it. That doesn't mean you have to skip now all the salt, but not as much as you would go for a restaurant, because that's very salty. And you know what? When you are cleansing your body, you will see that your taste buds are cleansing too. That means when you go out after 7 days of juicing, the food in the restaurant will taste so strong. The salt, you will taste the salt so strong you will not believe it. And there you can see how taste buds are adapting to bad food. And because of the cleansing, your taste buds are really clean. They are clean, and you taste things what you never taste before, or you didn't taste for years because you didn't have good food for a long time. It's just amazing how intense the taste buds will be, and how immense the taste of the food will be. Apples, you have no idea how strong apple tastes because you forgot. You don't taste them anymore from all that bad food. It will be like a wake-up call, I promise you. You will see. And we want to keep that way. Then in the lunchtime, I have to tell you, after the juicing, I bought something also at Aldi's. That's my trail mix, the relaxed trail mix. It has cranberries, almonds, cashew nuts, and dried grapefruit. And I love that. I have 1 handful in the afternoon. I really grab deep into it, and I love my decaffeinated coffee. This is every afternoon what I eat. Now all these almonds, that's easily like, I would say 250, 300 calories, but the almonds make you very full. You are not hungry after that. And almonds are also very healthy. They are full of, let me see, because I have a special script here from Top Foods to Boost Fullness from the Tufts University. It says people who are eating a lot of almonds and fruits and different kind of nuts, the people did not gain weight despite the calories almonds provide, which suggests that by increasing the nuts worked to reduce people's calories intake during the other snacks and meals. And I tell you, I eat that around 3 p.m. I'm not hungry till I'm coming home from the gym. I would say 8:30, 9 p.m. I am not hungry. And that's from grabbing in and have a one handful of nuts and berries, dried berries. So I feel great with it. And for dinner, normally, I like to have one avocado. I have one tomato and raw onions. I put that together and I think it tastes great. I have that every evening. I have no problem. Sometimes I have a salad in between, and also you can put a little bit cheese on it. That's no problem. When you are already in shape, you can eat all that. That's absolutely no problem. And I lost 10 pounds in January, and I still keep the 10 pounds off. We have now end of April, so it's 4 months, and I'm still, you saw the butt photo. That's the butt from right now. That's how my butt looks like. So this is what really keeps you going, very important. And for me, it is also very important that you don't need supplements. When you eat this healthy, with all these fruits, vegetables, and you cook healthy, you give the body everything what it needs. And you don't need to buy multivitamins. You have it through your juice. You have it when you have your apples, your carrots, when you eat in between. You can always grab something, always. And limitless. You can grab from fruits and vegetables, really limitless, whatever you desire. Whenever you are hungry, you can always grab something. And all these vitamins and minerals and amino acids, what's necessary, it's all in these foods. It's all there. You don't need to spend your money on supplements. Completely not necessary. And I love to tell you, take that money and spend it on organic products. Organic is normally always a little bit more expensive, even though Aldi has great prices with organic products. And I just wrote to Aldi and I asked them if they could even set up more organic products and like vegetables. I would be very thankful. I buy the organic apples and I saw it's $6.29. It's I think 2 or 3 pounds. I don't know. I have to see how many pounds, and I think that's expensive. So maybe they have to work on the organic apple. But more organic produce, I think, would be a great idea. Also the organic little grape tomatoes, I have from them too, and I add that also to my dinner, and I keep my weight off. I feel energized. I'm waking up. I'm full of energy and can really submit this energy to all of my clients. And I want to ask you, why don't you try for yourself 1 week of juicing to see how you react. You need to survive the first 3 days with the headaches, and after that you will see you feel so much better. It's such a difference, and then you go from there. You need to change your nutrition, and when you are through all of that, you take 1 day off. Sundays is my off day. Sundays I can eat my chocolate what I enjoy so much, or some cookies, and on Sunday I'm limitless. And I tell you, I'm completely limitless. I was calculating last Sunday, I had 5,000 calories. That's how much I craved my cookies. And the one day, the 5,000 calories, it's like going through you. I almost had diarrhea after all these calories, because your body, from eating healthy on 6 days, is not used to that calories. So it cannot even take all these calories in. So everything just comes out, but this just happens on 1 or maximum 2 days. You eat regularly a lot again, you get right back to where you were. And that's what we want to avoid. I guarantee you, this system works. You don't need to buy anything. You just go for healthy food, and you need to start cooking a little bit. Also, it's a good idea, you could go into Knorr sauces. It's Knor. You can take a look at these sauces. You can buy them online. I have them from my mother, sent from Germany. They help you with the cooking. If you have no idea of cooking, because I don't have any idea of cooking, I normally don't like cooking at all. So it's really on Sundays for 1 hour, it's a must thing for me to do. And I use a lot of Knorr sauces. They are gluten-free and very healthy too. And take a look at their website, KNORR, and they help you to cook, to get a taste of something, also from vegetables. Take a look at that, that's a good idea. And I was thinking, so all these healthy things, don't forget, 70% is the food, 30% is exercising. So try, when you have your 6 days of juicing, you need to walk, power walk or exercising cardio for 30 minutes minimum every single day. After that, try to be in for some exercise 3 times a week to keep your weight off. But 70% of all of this is the nutrition, your healthy nutrition, and 30% is the exercise only. So that's just how it is. And I was looking into stocks, and I would love to recommend you Aldi stocks, because I promise you, I can see how they will grow and how America will turn to Aldi and how they will like their system, how they sell products there and how they are placed. It's very interesting to see when you go into Aldi, you go in every Aldi, every product is exactly in that position as in everywhere else. So very interesting to see how they build up their marketing, very interesting. They are not spending money on advertising on TV, nothing, there is nothing there. They save all that money. And also the thing with the card, I don't know if you have ever been at Aldi, you are coming with a card, you need to put in 25 cents. So they don't have all these guys hanging around, and by bad weather, when it's bad weather here, then you don't get a card because every card is outside, and the guys didn't feel like pulling in the cards. Now here you have a 25 cents in the card, and then when you bring back the cards, you get your 25 cents back. I like that. I honestly like that. You always have a card. Most of the people want to have their 25 cents back. Also, Aldi also supports bags. No plastic bags. You cannot have plastic bags at Aldi. The plastic bags, they cost money, and that's a good idea. I like that. Plastic is destroying environment, and you have to buy a bag, a cotton bag or a recycled bag. This is one of their bags. I have a big one because I shop a lot there, so it's always full. Or I have 2 of them, it's always full, and that takes you normally through 8-9 months of the year, and then you buy a new one. It costs, I think I paid $1.99, but it's very strong, so I can use it a lot, so it's really worth the money. And again, back to the Aldi stocks, I really would like to buy stocks because I see that business growing here, and they are privately owned. And even though the owners, the founders of Aldi, they are now dead, both of them, their sons and daughters who took over, it looks like they still want to stay private. It's a very private company. You don't see any numbers. They don't have to publicize anything. That's an advantage when you are a private company. And I just have the feeling, I'm not sure if they ever will go public. I don't know, maybe the next generation, the grandchildren of the founders, because going on stock, it's easy money normally, makes you very, very rich, very fast. But Aldi thinks it's a very conservative company, very secretive. So I don't think they are coming on the stock market here on the New York Stock Exchange, but if they ever will, immediately you have to buy these stocks because they will be huge. I promise you, they will be just huge. Reboot your health and wealth today. Today is the day. You need to start with the juicing today or latest on Monday. You have to promise me. Start the juicing. It will change your life. See you next Friday.